So Guy, when did you first come out?
Okay, so I'm Guy. I'm 45 years old and I'm gay. Well, everybody knows that for about 25 years, which means I came out in 1990, and it was actually 2 years after homosexuality had been decriminalized by law in Israel, and it was a whole different world. I think gay people were mostly prostitute silhouettes on late night TV shows in the one black and white channel that Israel had at the time. And now we live in a totally different world, but at that time when I came out, I remember the most, something was missing and something was difficult, even though coming out was perhaps the best step I had taken and I had known it at the time. Was basically mourning, without even understanding it, my prospects of becoming a father and creating a family with the person that I love and I want to be with. It was either this or the other. And basically I was sort of growing up with the banal fantasy of having kids with the person I love, because I was being modeled by the family I grew up with, and suddenly this was not a possibility. I remember my aunt took me to a restaurant and said, I know you're gay, I'm fine with it because I'm liberal, but go find a woman, get her pregnant, have kids, and then do whatever you want in bed because I'm a liberal, as I said. Basically, I did not do that, but she was touching a very, very basic and difficult point at the time, and I didn't know that this would have a solution.
And today you have 3 children.
Yes, I do. I have, actually I have a CEO and 2 vice presidents. The CEO is Ella, she's 6 years old and she is amazing. She's our eldest, and the twins, David and Eitan, who are responsible for the dark circles under my eyes, which I try to hide with the glasses, are almost 2.
And Ella doesn't have a mother.
No, Ella doesn't have a mother. Basically, she is the person who stated that she was just about 2 years old. We were at a playground near our house. She was sliding down a slide and she said, I don't have a mother. And I tried to start explaining, to rationalize, to tell her about friends who don't have, who also have 2 fathers. Sort of, I was startled, but she was just making a point. And basically, this is her reality. And the one thing I can tell you after 6 years of Ella and the twins is that kids need a person who loves them, and kids build confidence and build love and trust if there's someone who changes their diapers and feeds them, and it has, and that's gender neutral. It has no connection with whether this person has male or female genitalia. They need loving parents, and I wish that at 45 I had the self-confidence that she has at 6, and perhaps this means we've done something right.
But it wasn't that simple, was it?
The process was not simple at all. It was, first of all, very vague. As young as Ella is, when we started the process, I think in 2007 there were perhaps 2 or 3 children born through surrogacy to gay Israeli couples, and in 2008 when Ella was born, there were about 10. So basically we hadn't the faintest clue, and the result of it was that we had to work with 40 different service providers. We paid much more money than we needed to. We were stressed, we made wrong choices, and which resulted in the fact that we basically had 1 instead of twins in the first time. The end result is that we have 3, which is great, but it didn't feel so great at the time.
So you've begun to look for the optimal solution?
We created a better solution. We created one that was based upon education, that sort of maximizes the success, minimizes the risks, and does it in a much lower cost. And this was actually the base for what I've been doing since then with many, many people around the world. We've helped dozens of couples create families through a very simple process, one that is smooth, as direct as possible, and is based on 3 main principles. First of all, the risk is put upon the medical clinic and the surrogacy matchmaker, who are sort of the financial bottlenecks of the process. We have found people with whom my team at Baby Bloom cooperates and collaborates, who are willing to take the risk upon themselves, and for fixed price they will promise or guarantee a child or a birth or two births, regardless of the medical processes necessary to get there or the number of surrogates you will need. A second important thing is localizing the process. Since the process is done in the US, which is almost the only Western country where surrogacy for gay men is legal, it is the law regarding surrogacy is statewide and not federal. So we work in states where surrogacy is perfectly legal. We find surrogates and donors and an IVF clinic at that state, which means that you don't have to fly surrogates and donors all around the US and pay unnecessary prices for hotels, flight tickets, for outside clinic monitoring, for legalities done in different states. Everything is concentrated, it's more controlled, and basically we also know that if there is a problem, it's with everyone lives within reach and it can be controlled. What is the most important thing that we do is that we take you hand in hand through the process. From the very moment you think of creating a child, and this could be perhaps a year or 2 years before you basically sign in, we will be there to educate you. We will be there to answer any questions you have about your possibilities and the answers. We will be there to facilitate the process from start to end while optimizing the costs, taking care of the whole production, whether it's medical, legal, insurance, whether it's in the US or in your country of origin. We are there every step of the way.
How many families have you created till far?
I'm, I guess, the godfather of almost 100 kids, 70 families altogether. Many of them have gone for twins and have succeeded in the first attempt. Usually when it's two-father family, what they do is they retrieve eggs from one donor. They basically fertilize them with both fathers' sperm, and they return two five-day-old embryos to the womb of the carrier. So basically, they would have brothers who are genetically, brothers or sisters, siblings, that's the word, who are genetically related and from the egg, but come from two different fathers, and we have a very high success rate doing that.
Amazing.
What is your wildest dream? Like, what is Baby Bloom's vision?
Basically, I think that as parents, and especially as people who had to come out and to overcome difficulties with society, we can have a better respect towards our children. We can create a family that is based on equality, on values that really sort of respect both the children and the parents, and we have here even a bigger chance of trying to better what a family is in general. We want to create a social change. We think we're the first generation of two-father families or one-father families in the world. We think that this is very, very doable, and now that country after country after country, marriage rights are being celebrated and people are coming out, and there are youth groups everywhere that you can come out at 15. We want to give the promise for people that they can create their families. We want to create a whole gay narrative that starts at young, gives the option of coming out, being who you are, celebrating life, getting married or creating your family, and growing old. And basically, we want to be part of creating this option, creating the narrative, and calling people to be the best parents they are, because I think there is nothing, no greater happiness.